as well give up, that's what I said. He said, I don't mean to be rude, but maybe you should check your attitude. If you believe you'll never win and you'll always take it on the chin, you're right. But if you think life's on your side and good things come to those who try, you're right. No matter if you think you can or think you can't, you're right. Well, I thought about the things he'd said. I had a no-can-do, born to lose, negative mindset, blaming everybody else, never looking at myself. I was a mess. Oh, yes. I tried to deny it for some time, but his words still echoed in my mind. If you believe you'll never win and you'll always take it on the chin, you're right. But if you think life's on your side and good things come to those who try, you're right. No matter if you think you can or think you can't, you're right. My friend was right. Yeah. If you change your thinking, you can change your life. Cause if you believe you'll never win and you'll always take it on the chin, you're right. But if you think life's on your side and good things come to those who try, you're right. No matter if you think you can or think you can't, no matter if you think you can or think you can't, you're right.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Those are some words of wisdom, weren't they? Start us off this morning. My name is Alan Woodard. I am the host this morning. I'm also a practitioner here at the center. And the title of her talk is The Courage to Change. And so we're all looking forward to that. And we're also happy to have back with us Gordon Ellis, who is our guest artist today. So, now, if you're new here, or this is your first time, who are we? Well, we are the Center for Spiritual Living is an inclusive, new thought spiritual community for like-minded people. We believe that we are all unique expressions of God. We teach the power of our thoughts to create the lives we want. Our mission is to help people live their best lives through a practical spiritual teaching that you can use every day. So wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. I'm going to start with a quote from Maya Angelou. I've learned that people will forget what you've said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. So I'm going to do a short guided meditation. So if you will get comfortable in your chairs and relax, take a deep breath with me. And I invite you to sense what it means to you to arrive into being. What it means to you to arrive into being. And let's take a few long, deep breaths. Just feel the movement of the breath collecting your attention and letting the breath resume in a natural rhythm. Let your senses be awake so you're listening to the sounds around you. Listening inward so that you're listening to and feeling your body. As you do, you might notice the places in you that might want to let go a little bit right now and relax. Maybe there can be some loosening and softening of the shoulders. Maybe you can soften your hands. Relax down through the belly. You can feel the breath deep in your torso. Being aware of sensations throughout your body. Listening to and feeling the whole moment. Now, gently bringing your attention to the area around your heart so you can feel the heart, whatever mood is here, and also listening inwardly for whatever longing, sensing your intention for being here, for coming to practice, to explore mindfulness and compassion. And sensing now the quality of presence that's right here. Noticing the difference between right now and perhaps when you arrived. That there's more of a quality of being here now and more of a feeling of being one with the divine consciousness. Namaste.
In this life, I haven't always done things well, but I promised myself that I'd do better. And in this life, I thought the world must be against me, but thinking I could never win just made me bitter. And I don't want to be bitter. But I can change my mind and leave behind the stories I believed for so long. What if I was wrong? This life, they say faith can move a mountain. Just let go of all your doubts and you will see that in this life there's a power deep inside you. It'll lead you, it'll guide you and set you free. I wanna be free. So I can change my mind and leave behind the stories I believed for so long. What if I was wrong? Gonna change my mind and leave behind those stories I believed for so long. What if I was wrong? Yeah, what if I was wrong? Then I can change my life.
It's Gordon Ellis. All right, let's put our hands together and welcome today's speaker, the Reverend. Oh, we're ready for the video? Oh, we got audio? Let's try it.
Here's a little-known Black history science of mind fact. Jamaican-born Marcus Mosiah Garvey Jr. is well known as a businessman, journalist, Pan-Africanist, and powerful orator of the early 1900s. As such, he attracted thousands of followers to his Black nationalist movement that became known as Garveyism. As founder of the Universal Negro Improvement Association, Garvey encouraged African Americans to be proud of their race and promoted cultural identity through his Back to Africa campaign. But did you know that Garvey was also a follower of the New Thought movement, as well as a student of the ideas and philosophies of religious science? In fact, Garvey studied the same New Thought philosophers as religious science founder Ernest Holmes and his brother Fenwick, and often quoted their teachings. He also was inspired by divine science co-founder Nona Brooks. Even the philosophy of transcendentalism, led by writer Ralph Waldo Emerson, resonated with Garvey. He excelled in merging racial philosophical concepts and science of mind principles while addressing the Black condition in America. The strong philosophical beliefs in self-mastery, determination, and willpower that Garvey preached to Black people aligned perfectly with the newly emerging teachings of science of mind. In many of Garvey's speeches and writings, he often urged his followers to get a scientific knowledge of religion. His message was clear: liberate the minds of men, and ultimately, you will liberate the bodies of men. Another instrumental Jamaican in science of mind is Dr. Elma Lumsden, who founded the Temple of Light Church of Religious Science in Kingston, Jamaica in 1981. An engaging speaker and master teacher, Dr. Elma is also known for her simple yet dynamic words of wisdom, such as, "Until you can walk on water, take a boat," and "Life is a school, and we're not on holiday." Due to her leadership and diligence, Lumsden helped religious science become recognized as one of 12 key religions in Jamaica. Dr. Elma Lumsden and Marcus Garvey, Black evolutionaries in science of mind.
I will be 4 inches taller in a minute. See? Thank you for persevering and getting that video to work. Thank you very much, guys. Well, good morning. How is everyone today? Woo, I'm so glad you're here. You know, I always talk about us being children of God, and then we see a video like that, and it's still shocking to me that portions of society somehow don't fit that in some people's minds. I think we're changing that, right? Yeah, we're all children of God, no matter what the pigment of our skin or how we operate in the world. We all belong here, so I'm glad you're here today. As we saw in that video, it really does just take one person of courage to find the right words and then to move forward in the world. And think about what we just heard from Gordon Ellis. Did you write those songs? Come on, guys, come on. We have so much talent right here in this room. It's fabulous. And that song, you know, there's a Henry Ford quote, "If you believe you can, or you believe you can't, you're right." And my friend back there told me that, right? Remember that? Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, when I spoke in December, I waxed poetic about our great board and all the work they did to get us here, but I left out a huge group, and we're going to make up for that today, our volunteers. I know. Woo. So think about it. Here we are, warm and cozy. This just does not happen arbitrarily. When I thought about how many people it takes to pull a day like this together, we're talking 17 to 18 people. Board members, volunteers, the people in the back who, let's think, feed us. Remember to kiss the cook, okay? And there's coffee. And now don't ambush them, but those people show up tirelessly and make our day smooth. When we were moving, anybody remember Charlotte Pike? Anybody remember what pack rats we were at Charlotte Pike? The number of volunteers that it took to pack us up, move us out of there, move things into storage, make another move to Unity, then make another move here. That was a lot of labor intensive. So I know Karen, I think, got her wings on moving and packing and schlepping. We talked about what pack rats we were. So thank you very much. And please extend your gratitude to everybody in the back. And these guys up here, Christian, hello Christian, Dale, the unsung heroes, and AJ and Ray, thank you so much. The courage to change, that's what we're talking about today. And all the little technical snafus that we had at the beginning, they're all part of the new world that we have moved into this year. The energy is so precise, so pristine, and so immediately responsive. So what does that mean for us in science of mind? Like attracts like, the law of attraction. Be aware of what you're thinking and your emotions. We have upped the ante considerably. As I said in my write-up for Sunday, for today, rarely are we ever motivated to change unless it's mandated by outside circumstances. Think about it. Money is good, life is good, you're warm and cozy, no reason to change. That's where the universe comes in and wakes us up. We've all had a few wake-up calls lately, I think. I hope to encourage all of us today to begin thinking of change as a great opportunity and a chance to move beyond any limiting circumstances. It's time to reach for some greater heights. Since joining Religious Science of Nashville in the mid-90s, I've witnessed this community go through one challenge after another, and yet each time we got better, we got stronger, and we became more resilient than ever before. And it will only continue. I promise you that. We have a room full of intelligent, inquisitive, curious, hardworking people who want to make their lives better and also the lives of their family and their community. Is that not right? Yeah. The thing about mustering the courage to change is that sometimes we need a good shove from the universe, since we're all so fond of our current status. On the morning of Sunday, January 25th, I was rudely awakened by the sound of a huge tree outside my bedroom window crashing through the power lines. I heard the snap, I heard the crash. It was 6:27. I got up and looked out the window. I thought, okay, I'm warm and cozy. I'm going back to bed. And I'll rethink this when I wake up. So when I did wake up, this is the first message that I found on my fully charged cell phone from my across-the-street family, the Moreland Jones clan. The house is warm, the coffee's hot. Let us know when you want to load up, and we'll come and get you. Think about everything in that statement. It wasn't, gosh, is your house freezing? Do you need some hot coffee? It was just, let us know. The house is warm and the coffee's hot. So, anybody who knows me knows I am really stubborn, and I'm really set in my ways. And what happened for the next 8 days, I stayed with my friends Kelly and Brian, and then I stayed with my friend Avalee. It was like a traveling circus. I have pictures. And it wasn't just me, it was a frisky dog. So it was like loading all this up, a moving circus. But what it gave me the opportunity to do was really watch my discomfort. Now think about this. I'm in the middle of great gratitude. I have a warm bed. I have a safe place to be, warm meals, hot coffee, and I'm being a grump. I didn't stay there long, but it was fun to watch. It was like I missed my stuff. I missed my way of doing things. I missed my house. Fortunately, I was across the street watching all the trees fall and not hit my house. And every day I'd go home with Brady for about 30 minutes, wrapped up, gloves and scarf. It was 36 degrees inside. I watched all my plants die. And my poor dog would run around from room to room and come back and go, it's all still here. But I had a safe haven to go back to each time. Taught me a great deal. Of course, I had books with me. This says so much. And I was reading Thomas Troward. Who reads Troward? Unless you're taking a course. Thank you, Dale. I got a witness. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. So this is what Thomas Troward says. My mind is a center of divine operation. The divine operation is always for expansion and fuller expression. And this means the production of something beyond what has gone before. Something entirely new, not included in past experiences, though proceeding out of it by an orderly sequence. By an orderly sequence of growth, it will move forward to produce new conditions, always in advance of any that have gone before. What a brilliant brain. Think about my reading this, sitting in a wonderful little bedroom, bemoaning what I'm missing across the street. This really woke me right up. Something beyond what has gone before, not included in past experiences, but proceeding out of it an orderly sequence. So much for my getting my own way. Wasn't going to be happening. Right in the middle of a gigantic Mother Nature wake-up call. That's what I was going through for those 8 days. I'm sure many of you had similar experiences. I'm so grateful that I had people who loved me and just kept saying, come on, it's okay. We all need that. We have a community here of people who will support us that way. I'm confident of that. Change is scary. It's uncertain. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to wake us up, especially when it's not a change that we have initiated. Yet throughout history, we have countless examples of courage in action. I don't know if you're old enough to remember this, but surely you've read about it. Think back to December 1st, 1955, in Montgomery, Alabama, when a seamstress on her way home from work decided not to give up her middle seat on the bus to a white patron. Imagine what went through Rosa Parks' mind in that moment, defying the mandated law of segregation in the capital of Alabama. Possible jail time. She could lose her job. She could be ostracized for the rest of her life. But that didn't happen. What did happen, she held her ground. She became a household name and a forerunner in the segregation movement. One split-second decision it took to make a courageous choice. Time stood still. The United States experienced an orderly sequence of growth. An orderly sequence of growth, making a gigantic move to new and better conditions for so many of us. Another person of immense courage who just knew that in this one divine moment, enough is enough. Thank you. In that same year, in another part of the world, in our country, the junior senator from Massachusetts was writing a book inspired by 8 senators that he found compelling. The name of the book is Profiles in Courage, examining the theme of the political courage through the biographies of 8 upstanding men of integrity who had served in the U.S. Senate across a very broad swath of time. They demonstrated bravery, they demonstrated integrity in the face of extreme political opposition. The future president, John F. Kennedy, won a Pulitzer Prize for that book, and it still serves today as a very much needed call to action, especially now. Americans need to, I believe, come together and have a wake-up call that moves us back to integrity for ourselves as humans, as individuals, integrity for our family, our community, our houses of worship, and for the greater good. JFK was a rich, white man from an influential family, but he still dug deep to find his courage and to speak the truth. A more recent example of courage, which I found astonishing. I'm one of these I believe if the Olympics are on and we're in it, I should watch it. Right? I missed it. I didn't have power for, January 25th to February 10th. So I was watching it on other people's TVs. But this more recent example of courage took place on the world stage on February 13th at the Olympics in Italy as a 22-year-old skating sensation from Virginia took to the ice for what everyone assumed would be an absolute gold medal performance. But what happened The quad god, Ilya Malinin, fell not once, but twice on the ice, just moments into his program, shocking himself and the rest of the world. There were no words. His performance that night dropped him from number 1 to number 12 and completely out of medal contention. So here he is, the quad god, commercials everywhere, the pressure on a 22-year-old. And yet what happened next, immediately after the scores were posted, he stood up and he walked into the press room and he spoke intelligently and kindly to every single reporter, asking him, what happened? What went wrong? So here you are, 22, you studied your whole life for this one performance. But what he did, he didn't blame anybody. He didn't blame the ice. He didn't blame it on other competitors. He didn't blame it on the time of day. He just said, I blew it. And the more these people questioned him, the more he just said, I blew it. It's on me. So what can we learn from a 22-year-old sensational skating star about humility and about really taking full responsibility? Accountability is a part of courage. We'll see him again. I know firsthand many of us in this community are courageous examples of how to get past terrible things. Heartbreak, illness, death of a spouse, death of a partner, heartbreaking things. And yet here we are, in the middle of our friends and colleagues. We move past trauma. We find the ability to move past what seems like insurmountable obstacles when we dig really deep. And everyone here, it's one of the things about being a part of this community. You chose to be here. I don't know that, is anybody here part of a legacy of Science of Mind family members? Were your mom and dad in Science of Mind? No, they weren't. I can guarantee it. We all came out of more structured religious backgrounds, and we decided we would have the courage to go a different route. And here we are. So we can get past anything. I want you to know that. And I can see by certain people's faces out there, you know what I'm talking about. Raymond Charles Barker has written a lot, and I love his book, Treat Yourself to Life. It really helps remind me, when I pick that up, that we are capable of overcoming any negative belief, any trauma, any obstacle, and just simply erasing what has been as we decide to move into a better future. It's the decision that counts to move forward. We are all so much braver than we ever give ourselves credit for. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. You know who I'm talking to here. Look at these brilliant people. I know so many of your stories. And yet here you are, looking good, showing up on a Sunday morning, despite anything. And that's the thing. A couple of years ago, short again. I know, right? I was facing a daunting surgery. And because I believe that divine order always prevails, that doesn't just mean when I'm in a good place or the lights are on, but divine order is always working in our behalf. So I had this surgery coming up, and I had to go to the Green Hills Mall, and I walked in, and there was an art show. And I'm like, oh, okay. So look at what I found. My courage is stronger than my fear. It was the first piece of art that was displayed. And I'm like, okay, so I came to the Green Hills Mall on the right day. You know, you can't think that God is only working on a sunny, bright Sunday. You've got to believe that that divine order is always in motion. And when we listen and don't go, oh, no, I don't want to do that today. When we really listen to the prompts, we're always in the right place at the right time. I know from this community that I'm so happy to be a part of, we've gone through so many changes. Some of them planned, some of them a little unexpected. Our founding minister, Reverend Mitch Johnson, retired, and he is here today, so please give that esteemed gentleman hiding in the back. He retired, and we hired a new minister, and we had the highest of hopes, only to realize it wasn't a good fit. Okay? We took our best shot. We did the right thing. From that moment of disappointment, we faced many new challenges. That's fine. That's part of life. When we face those challenges, beloved colleagues, beloved friends got really disappointed. Some people got their feelings really hurt. But we faced it. We kept going. We kept going. As a community, we moved forward. We dusted ourselves off, and we kept going. That's the key ingredient. Flying solo without a minister for much longer than anybody had anticipated, we still thrived, didn't we? Think about it. The leadership in this community is astonishing. Astonishing. Are we going to have arguments? Of course we are. We are a large extended family. That doesn't mean that when you argue with somebody, you don't love them and you don't hold them in high esteem. It means you're trying to find a common ground. And that's what we did. So here we are, maybe a little battered and bruised, hurt and disillusioned, and yet, as a community, we moved forward, we rallied, and now, at this point in time, after 18 months of the Reverend Cath DePalma patiently figuring out who are these wild folks? Who are these band of rebels that are all trying to do good work in the world? What happened in the course of that 18 months, we know we're only these bundles of electromagnetic energy, right? In those 18 months of nurturing and calmly moving forward with an excellent board, by the way, we were able to refine the electromagnetic message we were sending out into the world so that we could attract the exact right next minister. That's how it works. You can't be a crab and be so annoyed with life and thinking you got shortchanged or blah, 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 and then expect good stuff to come to you. That's the law of attraction, right? So when I'm, you can be scared, you can be nervous, you can be, a little shaky in your boots, but what is your core strength? Who are you at the center of your being? And that's what you project. So as a community, that is the message, the tractor beam of light and energy that we projected out into the entire CSL community. And we found the right guy. We found the right fit. So our job, I believe, as a community, is to work together. There are going to be new things. There are going to be things that we're like, I don't know. But can't we give everybody a chance? Can't we give everyone an opportunity to come together in strength and in community? Because our journey is one of courage, and we are courageous people. I mentioned a little bit earlier about what a auspicious time we're living in right now. I don't need to go into all the astrological implications. You can look at my Instagram for that. One Heart Ministry Light, a little ad. We are living in a cycle of time that has not been experienced in over 6,000 years. All of the outer planets that govern structure, like government, church, religious enterprises as a whole, are going to shift. Those outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, have been residing in water and earth signs, which are feminine. Kind of go along, we'll figure it out. By April 25th of this year, all of those outer planets will be in fire and air. Boom. The very second you think it, it'll happen. Do you think you need to up the ante? Okay. It's going to really make us mindful that we cannot afford the luxury of a negative emotion, a negative thought. And if you're dealing with something awful, get help. Get help. Find a really good practitioner. We've got great practitioners here. Find a good therapist. Get on good medicine. Don't project your fear, your sadness, your hopelessness, your resentment out into the world, because it will eat you alive this year. People die every day. People we adore with every fiber of our being. It is one of those things that happens. You're born into this life. That's the exit plan. That's the exit plan. It's heartbreaking, but it is part of your life cycle. Notice it, deal with it, get grief therapy, do whatever you can, but keep moving in the right direction. That's really the message for today. You know, courage is always there for us, but we have to be willing to look in the mirror and to know, wow, whew, I didn't handle that real well. That wasn't my best day. Who do I want to be now? As Alan was doing with the breathing, inhale. Inhale the breath of life and exhale whatever remnants of pain, fear, sadness, heartbreak are residing in you. And you know they might be there for your whole life. I know I've lost countless people, but I keep them tucked away in my heart. They're always there. They had another job to do. And I'm here, and so are you. And that's what we're going to focus on. From my favorite poet, I don't know if you know John O'Donohue, a brilliant Irish poet, and one of his poems for courage, and this is a portion of it. When the light around you lessens and your thoughts darken until your body feels fear turn cold as stone, steady yourself and see that it is your own thinking that darkens your world. Search and you will find a diamond thought of light. Let us all together steady ourselves, welcoming in that diamond thought of light together. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. And now I believe I am going to be doing a spiritual mind treatment. That is the agenda, right? It changes, you just roll with it. Okay. Everybody get nice and cozy. Begin to do that lovely deep breathing. I will be saying this in the first person, so please claim it for yourself. There is only one source, one infinite presence, one divine life that I am an undeniable part of with my entire being. This has always been true. This infinite, generous source sustains me in all that I do, expressing through me, encouraging me to move forward courageously, reminding me of my innate oneness with all that is. I do belong. This infinite divine source expresses divine intelligence within me in all of my thoughts, emotions, and in all that I do. I trust that I am divinely guided by this undeniable source in all things and at all times. Even in moments of perceived tension or fear, I trust this divine presence to move through me courageously, removing doubts and anything that might feel heavy, allowing me to carry forward only what is sacred and just for me now. I give deep thanks for the life I am leading now and for the unending love, support, and encouragement I receive every moment from the one infinite presence that sustains us all. I now joyfully release this word into the law of mind in action with complete trust that the courage which sustains universes moves through me now and always, guiding my path. It is my birthright, and I accept it now fully and completely. And together, let us say, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you very much.
Rosemary, thank you. That was just an incredibly powerful talk. So we're just very, very grateful to have you here this morning. That was just a perfect thing to say. So we would like to welcome our visitors if we have any. And if you do, you don't have to stand up, but if you wanted to raise your hand possibly, that would be great. If you see anybody. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. So it is.
Feel free to sing along on this chorus. I'm not a perfect man. Go ask a few of my friends. I've had my share of regrets like anyone else. I do the best I can do. And when my time is through, God help me keep this promise that I made to myself. I'm gonna leave this world better than I found it. Spread a little more love around it. A few kind words that touches somebody somewhere. Gonna share my wisdom if I even have any, and give a little more, 'cause I've got plenty. And leave this world better than I found it, yeah. I'm gonna speak my truth. Let's take that again. I'm gonna criticize less, somebody somewhere. Gonna share my wisdom if I even have any, and give a little more, 'cause I've got plenty. Gonna leave this world better than I found it, yeah. I'm gonna leave this world better than I found it, yeah.
So, I want to thank our band, and I want to thank Gordon Ellis this morning, if we could give them a hand again. And I have to thank our ushers, I have to thank our AV team, and everyone that has been here this morning to make this a wonderful, wonderful service this morning. Now I'd like for our practitioners to stand at this time. If there's anything, if there's something that you're dealing with, or if there's something that you want to attract to your life related to health, relationships, career, money, please don't leave today without asking one of our practitioners to pray for you as soon as the service is over. You could fill out a prayer request form and put it in the secure box on the table in the lobby. And if you're watching online, please go directly to our website under practitioners and contact any one of us directly. So thank you. You may sit down now. So now please join me in a closing affirmation. Divine abundance is forever manifesting in my affairs. I experience a deeper consciousness of peace and security, for I know that I am in the embrace of a warm, loving presence, forever seeking an outlet through me, and so it is. And now let's put a little love in our hearts and stand for our closing song.
Chris, you want to come up and sing?
Just a fellow man, give him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Thank you.
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.